We are coming to you from Kauffman Stadium in Kansas City, Missouri, where tonight it's White Sox baseball. It's Paul Konerko, Juan Pierre, Alexi Ramirez and the Sox as they get set to butt heads with Billy Butler and the Kansas City Royals. Hi, everybody, and welcome. With Steve Stone, I'm Ken Harrelson as we get set to bring you Game 3 of this 4-game series and Game 3 of this 8-game road trip. We'll finish it off with 4 in Cleveland. That includes a day-night doubleheader on Tuesday. So the Sox have lost the first 2 games here. We lost the opener 7-2. Mark Burley had a rough evening. Then last night it was a base hit by Eric Hosmer, bottom of the 9th inning. We lost that one 7-6. So the Sox now 4 games under at 73 and 77. And tonight, Zach Stewart.
Zach goes to the mound throwing the ball pretty well. A couple of times out ago, Danny Valencia ruined the parade with a base hit in the 8th inning. It stopped the perfect game, but he got through a 1-hit shutout. That was very good. And so overall, he's 2-4. The ERA a little bit higher than he would like, but Zach has thrown the ball well. When he keeps it down, it sinks, and he does a pretty good job. So Everett Tieford going to the mound, and he's a left-hander that Kansas City has brought up from their minor leagues. He's a guy that's not overpowering. He will get the fastball up there, 91, 92. Control, well, that's been a bit of an issue, but not as much as some young left-handers. He's 1-0, his ERA in the 2s, and last time out he threw 5 innings. Actually got the win in that one, but there were some great defensive plays behind him. We'll see if that happens here because he's not facing Seattle tonight. Let's try to win a game.
Well, we've lost 6 in a row. They've won 6 in a row, so sit back, relax, and strap it down. White Sox baseball coming your way.
Your Chicago area and Northwest Indiana Lexus dealer who invites you to test drive a Lexus today. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois. 75 years being right here in Illinois means no one's closer to your wellness. Experience wellness everywhere. Subway. Every day at Subway, choose from many delicious regular footlong subs for just $5. Subway. Eat fresh. Honda. Visit your local Honda dealer today or go to shophonda.com and find great values on a new Honda. AT&T U-verse. Find out more of what's possible at att.com. AT&T. Rethink possible. And by United. Proud to fly the Chicago White Sox.
Don't miss the action. Call 1-800-XFINITY today. Both of these teams heading in opposite directions in the month of September. See the Sox fading at 5-11. Kansas City actually coming on at 10-5. The batting average, Kansas City can really hit. The runs per game, you can see 5.3 over the course of a year. That's a pretty good offense. The ERA this year, overall the Sox are better, but in the month of September, not so much. And opponent's batting average, Kansas City, has been much better in September. So we'll see how it pencils out here today with young Everett Tiefert on the mound. And we'll take a look at how Ozzie is going to line him up tonight. Juan Pierre leading off, then it's Ramirez, Canerco, Alex Rios in the 4th spot with Viciato, Dunn the DH, Flowers, Morel, and Gordon Beckham, who's hitting the ball better lately. The degree defensive setup, and how they'll line up behind Tiefert, Gordon, Cabrera, and Frank Poor left to right. Moustakas, Escobar, Getz, and Hosmer in the infield. Salvador Perez has been very impressive in this series behind the plate, and the Lexus pursuing perfection starting pitcher, Everett Tiefert. He's 1-0 in his one start, 24 games overall. This is 25th. Left-handers haven't done much with him. And he's from their minor league system. Took him a while to get here, but he's here and trying to establish the fact that he might be in the rotation next year. Follow all of tonight's stats and info in real time with White Sox In-Game Live, only at csnchicago.com, brought to you by The Great Escape. So it was raining very heavily today. Now it has cleared up somewhat. As we start the 3rd game of this series, we're ready to play baseball, and I'm ready to turn it over to my play-by-play partner, Ken Harrelson.
Hi, Steve. Thank you. And once again, good evening, everyone, and welcome to White Sox Baseball right here on Comcast Sportsnet. So happy you could join us. And before we show you our picks to click, you at home select yours, as Juan Pierre will lead it off. 1 3 for 9 in the series. And the 27-year-old southpaw, first pitch strike. Keeper's not a big guy. He's 6 feet tall, 165 pounds. Out of Alpharetta, Georgia. And the count evens at 1. Sox come in hitting at .254 as a club with a 4.02 ERA. And this is the 14th meeting between these two teams. In the first 13, we have won 5. 2-1 to count here at beautiful Kauffman Stadium. 330 down the lines, 387 in the gaps, and 410 straightaway center. Goalie kicks it down, and now gets it, says
I think that is
Angel Hernandez.
A bad call at first. In fact, it didn't even appear to be close. And as he's coming out, he's going to start this one off with an argument with Hernandez. Juan takes it right back up the middle, right off the leg of Tiefert. He's got to hustle to it. He was safe.
Well, anything close with Angel, you know, is going against us. It's not going to change.
I think Ozzie is going up to Greg Gibson and saying, hey, I got to go out there and argue that. That wasn't even close at first. And now Gibson looks like he wants to run Ozzie out of the game.
Well, Ozzie was talking to him. Gibson didn't say anything to him. Ozzie said something to Gibson.
Take one more look. He's on the bag as the ball settles in the glove.
Alexei takes ball 1. Alexei hitting at .270. He's 5 for 7 in this series with a couple of RBIs. 14 homers and 66 knocked in. That's popped up right side. Hosmer. And with 2 out, let's check out our picks to click tonight. Jim Angio, our director and crew. Going with Tyler Flowers. Steve's going with Adam Dunn and Ronnie, Kristen, and Colin Murphy. Celebrating his first birthday today, a new Sox fan. We're going to go with Gordon Becker. Happy birthday, Colin. And congratulations, Ronnie and Kristen. That's with a lot of love from Terry. Want to know the count to Paulie, hitting at 307, 29 homers, and 101 driven in. And that is knocked down, picked up, and a nice pick by Hosmer. And that'll do it after half inning of play. It's our guys nothing, and their guys coming to bat.
Of his Royals tonight. Alex Gordon leading off, and it's Cabrera, Butler, Hosmer, Francoeur, Moustakas, Perez, Chris Getz, our old friend, along with Escobar, rounding out the starting lineup. The degree defensive setup, and now they'll line up behind Stewart, Pierre, Rios, and Viciedo left to right with Morel, Ramirez, Beckham, and Canerco. Tyler Flowers gets a nod behind the plate, and the Lexus Pursuing Perfection starting pitcher is Zach Stewart. Zach at 2 and 4. At times he's throwing the ball much better than that. He's been very aggressive. He goes right at the hitters. He's got to keep the ball down. When he does, he throws a lot of ground balls. If he gets the sinker up, he has some problems, but you can say that about a lot of pitchers.
So here's Alex Gordon. Alex hitting at 303, 22 homers, 85 knocked in. One of the brace of outfielders that these guys have. They're just about as good as anybody in the big leagues. Alex 2 for 7 in the series. And 24-year-old Zach Stewart. 21 the count. Royals come in hitting at 271 as a club with a 4.47 ERA. As I mentioned, we're on a 6-game losing streak, and they're on a 6-game winning streak.
One of the big problems with a sinker baller and a lot of left-hand hitters is most of the left-hand hitters like the ball down.
I remember when all right-handed hitters, 98% of them were high fastball hitters. Now 98% of low ball hitters.
Not anymore. Now, not with the inside chest protectors.
And that's out of play.
I'd like to see Zach go up there when he gets a couple of strikes on left-handers, maybe up a little bit even higher than that. You can throw it by Gordon up there, but it's got to be up and out of the zone.
That's that old baseball adage. Show me a guy that knows how to pitch up, and I'll show you a winner. If you pitch up on purpose, you know what you're doing. If you pitch up by mistake, you're going to get killed.
Go out of the park, I know. Yeah. Well, you want to change their sight level, and if you get them looking down consistently, then you go up. It's a surprise.
Well, that was half the equation. The other half's been almost the dinosaur. Make them move their feet. Got to make them move their eyes and they move their feet. No more moving the feet.
Well, that's a big problem because it's really tough to live on the outside corner if they know that they're never going to get anything that pushes them off the plate.
And there's ball 4. Well, the best feeling, you can just take this and do the math on it. The best feeling that a hitter can have is go to the plate, not have to worry about anything inside, look for the ball out over the plate. That's the best feeling a hitter can have. So if that's the best, you got to take it away from him. But it's hard to take it away from him today.
Well, true, without getting a warning, especially if you keep going in there consistently.
And they 85% won't call the inside strike. So here's Cabrera. 4 for 9 in the series. All 4 of those hits coming in game 1.
Melky's only grounded into 10 double plays this year in 625 at bats.
Melky's had a heck of a year.
Yes, sir.
301, 18 homers, 82 RBIs, 41 doubles, 5 triples. Gordon has 45 doubles, 4 triples. Francoeur has 45 doubles and 4 triples. And there's a strike.
Gordon has 17 stolen bases, so you have to keep your eye on him. He's been thrown out 8 times. And Zach is.
Royals with 143 of those stolen bases. He gone. That's what Steve was talking about right there.
The umpires for the game tonight. Greg Gibson behind the plate. Angel Hernandez is at first. Todd Tichenor is at second. And the crew chief, Tim Cheetah, is at third.
Oh, 2-1-2. That is when the hitter is most vulnerable. As here is Butler. And that's when he will taste a high fastball up on top of the strike zone.
Butler's grounded into 15 double plays this year. It's a combination of hitting the ball very hard and having almost no speed whatsoever.
And he's got 38 doubles. So you'll have 40.
He crushes the ball. When he hits it in the gap, the outfielders have really no chance to get to it.
And he's only 25 years old.
Against the White Sox this year, Butler's been pretty good, and the Royals have been pretty good. Their offense has actually been outstanding against our Sox.
And that's muscled in the hole. And here's the man who won the game for him last night in the bottom of the ninth, Rick Hosmer.
Hosmer hit that ball awfully hard, kept on rising. And then he gets crushed by the entire team.
And tomorrow might go on the DL. Hosmer at 290, 17 homers, 71 knocked in. Well, make no mistake about it. The last couple of years, Kansas City thinks they can beat us, and they have. They have played us even though last year we had a winning record against them. This year they're going to win the season series. And they believe they can beat us, and that's the way it should be. That's the way you're supposed to think.
Well, they've made the most of #1 draft picks. They got a lot of #1 draft picks on this team in the major leagues contributing to their organization.
Two and one.
This year's #1, Bubba Starling, said might have been the best athlete in the draft. In fact, he was supposed to play quarterback for Nebraska. But dollars talk. And it cost him a few bucks.
2-2 the count. I'm sure there were some clauses in there that said the Royals would pay for an education if he so decided to go back to school and get one.
Don't doubt it for a minute.
Full count. A very aggressive hitter. Hosmer, Ian Kinsler, maybe the two most aggressive hitters in this league.
Well, they do decide to go, and usually you don't with an open throw to third base, but if they do, you got to try to get the trailer Butler.
There they go. Right to the bag, picks it up, and crack him up. Perfect. After one, no score. And Wednesday, Paul Konerko and the good guys battle Jim Thome and the Tribe in Cleveland. Coverage begins at 5:30 with Chicago Tribune Live. Don't miss a minute of the action. White Sox Indians Wednesday at 6 only on Comcast Sportsnet, fans' best friend.
Indians won their ball game today, 10-4 over Minnesota.
Jim Gomez, 4-2. We're going to get him in that series. The last game.
He was pretty impressive when we saw him in Chicago.
Short arm and right-hander.
Yeah.
Throws very well. Keeps the ball down. Basically a two-pitch pitcher, slider, sinker. There's the strike. Alex hitting at 222, 10 homers and 40 knocked in. Ball hit high and deep. Stretch. Gordon back, looks up. You can put it on the board. Yes. Boy, I haven't been able to say that very much lately. Number 11 for Alex and his 1-0 Sox.
$11-41 for Alex Rios. A forward home run replay. Gets a fastball, and it's right down the middle.
Here's Viciedo. Here it is, September 17th, and that was the 12th home run we've hit in September. Tanks hitting at 286, a homer. He's driven in 5, but he's been scuffling lately. One and two. And that is out. Number 1. He is now 0 for his last 13. After hitting .353 in his first 15 games. So here's Adam. Adam 0 for 4 in the series. One for 24 in his last 8 ball games. Oh, and 2 the count.
Kiefert is a 4-pitch pitcher, throws both a curve and a slider, but it really depends on the night on which is better. Doesn't have one distinctive best breaking ball.
Adam, who ranks second in Sox history with 161 strikeouts. Big Dave Nicholson holds the franchise record with 175 in 1963. And that's popped up. So 2 down. Big Dave Nicholson with that peekaboo stance.
Could he hit him a long way when he hit him?
He could take you over the roof at the old ballpark.
It's a long way.
He was originally signed by Baltimore for, at that time, the largest bonus in baseball history. So here is Tyler. Hitting at 205. 3 homers, 11 knocked in. And that is just foul.
Didn't miss by much. Jim Cheetah right on the line correctly called it foul.
And Bacardi at the Park, Sox new restaurant bar, is open, offering a full menu from Gibson's Restaurant Group. Bacardi at the Park is a place to meet and watch all the action on over 70 screens. And they have college football Saturday and pro football Sunday. You can watch the Wildcats on Saturday and the Bears on Sunday. Go Cats. Go Bears. As that'll do it, but the home run by Rios, and after an inning and a half, it is 1-0 Good Guys. Offers you the perfect match promise. You can't beat this. They offer you the perfect match promise. You bring home, you go to the store, you bring home the TV of your dreams, the one you really want, big HD. And if you're not satisfied, well, satisfaction is guaranteed. Best Buy. Sox lead at 1-0. Of course, with that home run by Rios, the Alex Nelius family will donate $100. The White Sox charities for every Sox home hit throughout the course of the season. That is number 142. So $14,200 donated by Alex Nelius in loving memory of Ursula. Jeff Francoeur hitting at 286, 18 homers and 80 driven in. 4 for 8 in this series with a couple of RBIs. Eats him up right there. Ball's got a lot of spin on it. 1 pitch, 1 out. Try to bring up Mike Moustakas. 3 for 4 last night. That's the first 3 hits of the season he's had against us.
Took him all season to hit that 2-run homer in the 4th inning, and he was so happy about getting a hit. He got a hit in the 6th and a hit in the 8th.
He is now 3 for 38.
And also stole a base last night. So it must be contagious, because that's his first stolen base of the year. Here's our AT UVerse multi-view. You get the center field shot. Zach Stewart from the side. Moustakas looking right in at him.
Count hangs at 0-2. Couple of finals. Tampa Bay beats Boston 4-3. Neiman over Leicester. Atlanta shuts out the Mets 1-0. Tim Hudson 15-10.
That was a big game for Tampa Bay. After losing last night's game, they cut the wild card lead to just 3 games.
It was even a bigger game for Boston as they fall another one behind the Yankees, who beat Toronto 7-6 and let Tampa Bay gain on them.
Well, they're now 5 back in the loss column. It's going to be hard for Boston to catch the Yankees.
They're not going to catch them.
Nope.
Now with the pitching they're running out there now. Cubs beat Houston 2-1. Lopez 6-6 over Sosa, who's 2-5.
Houston's 100th loss of the year. Nobody else in baseball is even close to that. So they're running away with it for the #1 draft choice next year.
That's a heck of a work to have to get it.
Somebody's got to finish last.
It is what it is. Tops that one foul.
Well, they've traded away most of their ball club. Hunter Pence was a big part of the offense. They traded him. Roy Oswalt, big part of their pitching staff, and they traded him.
And that's a shot, single. Right back through the middle.
When we first saw Moustakas and in subsequent outings, he was hitting below 200. And yet last year, with Hosmer in their minor league system, Moustakas was rated the best hitter over Hosmer. And Hosmer came up, really came alive right away, and now Moustakas is starting to get a lot more comfortable, and with it, the stroke is much improved.
He's got a little bit of a different swing now than when we saw him back home.
Yeah, he's just flailing at everything. Now it looks like he's on everything.
Salvador Perez, 21-year-old catcher, hitting at .310, a homer. He's driven in 12.
Salvador put on a nice show in batting practice. He's a big, strong guy. Hit the ball consistently over the bullpen in left field.
One and one to count. Baltimore leading the Angels 2-0. That's Urban Santana on the bump for the Halos. That's in the bottom of the first. And that breaking ball is just a roller. So 1 out, 2 on.
Kansas City knows that Perez can catch. The question they have to answer is, can he hit well enough? And at 21 years old, hitting up over 300, looks like he can do just that.
So here's Chris Getz. He's the oldest man in this lineup at 28. Just turned 28.
Well, he is old, isn't he?
One and one to count.
The green hats are their halfway to St. Patrick's Day hats.
Alex. And that is out number 2. So that'll bring up the shortstop Alcides Escobar, 24-year-old, hitting at .249, 3 homers and 41 knocked in. Can't get that one upstairs. Both Texas and the Angels lost yesterday. Angels 3.5 games back. Angels came in as there's a nice pick by Pauly, who was shielded partially by Perez. That'll be tied to the side, and we'll go to the third.
Brent Morel, who's going to lead it off this inning. 6 home runs this month, second in the major leagues. Ian Kinsler has 8. Well, you can get one closer here.
Well, he had a 2-run shot last night to tie it up in the top of the 8th inning
against the left-hander, Tim Collins.
Been hitting it .252 with those 8 homers and 34 knocked in. Takes low ball 1. Breeze blowing from right to left on a chilly evening here in Kansas City.
It's going to probably knock the ball down in right center, but it's going to help the ball to left or left center. Talked to Brent before the game, and he said just trying to understand what pitchers are going to do with it, want to do with it, or try to force him to do. He's a lot more comfortable with that.
There's a lot of thinking going on right there.
Yeah, it takes. I mean, look, it takes a while.
Some guys
you better believe it takes earlier than others.
As that's a fair ball. To Hopper. High throw. So that'll be an error for Moustakas, his 10th.
He's already made 2 bad throws in this game. One, he was saved in the air by Hosmer. This time, Hosmer's playing him too low. He airmails him at first.
So here's Gordon. Gordon at 232, 9 homers and 41 driven in. A run on 1 hit for us, no runs on 3 hits for them. Here in the top of the 3rd if you're just tuning in. Two and 0. And Sox fans, every White Sox Friday home game, we got 1 left. That's the 23rd. Well, that's United Flyaway Friday. One lucky fan will have the chance to win 2 free round-trip tickets to anywhere in the continental United States that United Airlines flies. United proud to fly the White Sox. And we're happy to be with them. As the count moves to 3-0. Mark Seipold, Sparky Jr., Mike Corrigan. There's one. And there's ball 4. So 2 on, nobody out. And here comes 1.
Perez going out and motioning to Moustakas and Hosmer, that appears likely going to be laying it down.
Want to know the count. Oakland beat the Tigers today 5-3. Porcello, the loser. Gio Gonzalez, the winner. There's a bunt. That's a good one. So the sacrifice 5-4. And here's Alexei. He popped up to Hosmer at first.
18th sacrifice of the year for Juan Pierre.
Takes low ball 1. In the first couple of months, he couldn't get a bunt down.
No, he's done a whole lot better lately.
Oh, yeah. Last couple of months, he has really played terrific.
One of the few straight changes we've seen from Tiford in this one.
Ducks on the pond, 1 down. Tiford using the wipes.
Yeah, you know, You notice that, and it happens so infrequently in baseball these days. That's really a throwback type of approach to changing the catcher's sign.
And by wipes, explain what wipes mean.
Well,
say the catcher gives
right.
the 2 for the curveball.
Okay, so in his stretch, if he brushes the top of his uniform from 2 and he gives it 1, that's going to be 3. That's a slider. If he wipes the pants of the uniform after getting the 2 sign, he's going to subtract to the fastball.
Right.
So
add is up, subtract is down.
And that's what we'll look in at Perez. Now he's going to go through a different set of signs because he's going to go through signs with runner at second base.
Got a good pitch to hit right there and couldn't do anything with it. Boy, that would save a lot of time.
It would, because sometimes you see a guy shake off a catcher 4 or 5 times, and you wonder how many pitches does a guy have.
And there's a pop-up. Osman going to get him again. So it's up to Paulie. Now 2 outs.
Normally in this situation, they'd put Paulie on first base. Let's see what Ned Yost has in mind. Of course, we've got Rios in the on-deck circle who hit a home run leading off last inning.
I know what I would do.
Still put Paulie on first base.
Oh, and 1. Outfield very short, especially Francoeur in right. And a breaking ball strike, and very quickly the count 0-2. Paulie may have been outguessing himself a little bit here. Came right at him with a fastball and then dropped the hook on him. In right field, Francoeur backing up. And that'll retire the side. We have a chance to score, can't do it.
Question. Who was the first pitcher to record 40 saves in a season in each league? Think about that one for a while. We'll get back to you with the answer in a little bit.
It's a 1-0 Sox lead here in the bottom of the third. It'll be the top of the order. Gordon, Cabrera, and Butler to face young Zach.
They've had 2 on in each of the first 2 innings, but have yet to dent the scoring column.
Gordon walked. Not a bad crowd on hand. They're averaging 20,883. Last night we had 24,918. And on Thursday had 17,737. Pull the string on it. 1-2. He gone.
Our Bank of America pitch tracks will show you that if he keeps getting this one all night, he's going to be in pretty good shape. If you're around the plate, you get the benefit of the call. That time, he got the benefit of the call from Greg Gibson.
And here's Cabrera. He struck out swinging on a high fastball. An 0-2 high fastball. Seattle shut out Texas last night 4-0, and they're leading 4-1 right now. There's Cabrera. What new? So he has 18 stolen bases in 27 attempts, and that'll bring up Butler. He just muscled. He got hit on the fist and just muscled it through that hole between third and short.
Last time with Butler up and 1 out, he chose not to run. And it probably cost him a run. So let's see if Cabrera is going to be going. That ball pops away, but not far enough for any advancement.
Baltimore now leading the Angels 5-0 after 2. Want to know the count to the 25-year-old DH. There he goes.
There was no contest as he got a great jump against Stewart. And no chance for Flowers. Tyler didn't get off a good throw.
Three and 0 the counts.
Butler was one of the guys you might want to give the 3-0 green light to, so you better be careful here.
Well, he is a .299 career hitter. He's got almost 5 years in, and he's 25 years old.
And with the runners in scoring position this year, hitting .329, which is a fairly lofty number.
So a full count. Rangers have tied up that game at 4. So 1 out, 2 on. Second walk issued by Zach.
Just have to be careful on the first pitch. The last time up on the first pitch, Zach threw him a breaking ball. It was out of the zone. Hosmer didn't go after it. But if it's a fastball, he usually airs it out.
Breaking ball, 1-0.
Tyler going out there to make sure that Zach doesn't lay one in, and 2-0 to one of their better fastball hitters.
Ball had some good movement on it, and the count 2-1. Rangers have hit 3 home runs in that game. Elvis Andrus is 5th. Hamilton is 23rd, and Adrian Beltre is 26th. That's into left field. Pierre, after last night, playing him a little deeper. So 2 down. And here's Francoeur. He grounded out softly to Beckham at second. Breaking ball, and had a good hack at it. And Beckham's going to get him again on a soft ground ball. So once again, he pitches out of it. They've had at least 2 men on in every inning.
The fourth inning is brought to you by KFC. Feed 4 or more with the KFC 10-piece family feast. Just $20.
Alex Rios, who homered, leading off the second inning, takes curveball strike from Everett Tieford, 27-year-old southpaw of Alpharetta, Georgia. And count 0-2.
Two hooks and some high heat, and it's see you later. Third strikeout of the night. That's how effective that high fastball is after a couple of breaking balls.
And here was the first strikeout. DeCieto. Takes ball one. Kansas City, 65 more extra base hits than we have. A little old lady right there. Can't blame him. Here's the throw into second base, and he's safe. That ball was killed.
I think Moustakas decided instead of moving over and getting in front that he would try to backhand that one. DeCieto hits the daylights out of it.
He picks up his second double.
We're not gonna get in front of that one.
And that is why they call it the hot corner.
Too early in his career.
So here's Adam. He popped up, high pop up to Escobar, the shortstop. A little drop down action from Tieford. And the count 0-2. And that's shot foul. Well, there's some good races going on in the American League and statistics. Batting average, Adrian Gonzalez on top, 337, followed by Miguel Cabrera, 335, Michael Young at 333. Bautista, 42 home runs, and there's a base hit. So they're going to hold him now. As the throw, he would have been out. So a good job by Jeff Cox.
With two strikes, Tieford hangs a breaking ball. And Adam with a base hit. And for a moment looked like a run batted in.
Yeah, Jeff waited till the last moment.
Good thing he decided to hold him up.
Yeah. So here's Flowers. Struck out in the second inning. But Bautista leading in home runs by 3 over Granderson. Bautista 42, Granderson 39, Teixeira 37. Mark Reynolds 33 with Baltimore. Kinsler and Konerko and David Ortiz tied at 29. And the count 0-2. Got 3 tied for the lead in RBIs. Granderson, Cano, Gonzalez. At 111.
Okay, so who wins the MVP for you?
I think I told you earlier.
It ends today.
I told you earlier. It's going to be, for me, it'd be Verlander. He kept that ball club in that state of mind that you have to be to sustain and maintain like they did, and then just, of course, we didn't help ourselves at all by beating ourselves. But I would go with Verlander.
Rookie of the year?
It's got to be Trumbo.
I don't think any doubt about that.
No, he's going to be the first rookie to lead that club in home runs and RBI.
Pretty impressive.
There's a big strikeout, so that's the second inning in a row we've had men in scoring position with one out and couldn't get them in. So it's up to Morel, who reached on an error. And of course, there's not much question about who's the Cy Young.
No, that one was put to bed a while ago.
Yeah. Come on, Brent. 1-3-0 for us, 0-4-1 for them. And that curveball. This young man's got himself a nice tight curveball.
Nice block by Perez.
Two on, two out, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Outfield straight up, about equidistant and shallow. And now a full count.
I think they want Hosmer well behind at first base, you would think.
Yeah, he's been playing behind him, in front of him.
And now he should get way behind him.
And there's ball 4. That'll load him up. Or Beckham, who walked last inning. So a nice at bat right there by Morel after falling down 0-2. Sox packed with Sox.
And a golden opportunity, put a little more distance between our ball club and theirs.
And there's ball 1. If there was one guy who was making a run at the Triple Crown or was a clear cut MVP, you might want to think about it. But they got a lot of guys bunched up in there.
For me, it's Granderson.
Well, you wouldn't go wrong by picking him.
Nope.
I mean, this is one of those things where in 1978, you had Ron Guidry and Jim Rice. And they picked Rice for the MVP, Guidry for the Cy Young. But if they had picked Guidry, because he was 25-3 with that club and wound up 28-3 and being postseason, I mean, it wouldn't have been a bad pick. It would, be right either way. And the count 2-1. Looking for it, got it, and underneath it. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Tanks at third, Dunn at second, and Brent at first. And a full count.
Now the big advantage is all the runners will be going. And you take the force out of the equation. And this inning, Tiford has had to work. Ready to deliver his 26th pitch.
And that ball hit deep into center field, but Cabrera has got to bead the ball, and that'll retire the side. Gordon hit it well. Meanwhile, again, we blow a beautiful scoring opportunity.
Earlier we asked you our AT&T trivia question, and it was, who was the first pitcher to save 40 games in a season in each league? And the answer, Jeff Reardon. 41 in 85 with the Expos, 42 in 88 with the Twins. Pretty nice accomplishment.
As we get set to go to the bottom of the fourth, Moustakas, Perez, Getz to face Zach Stewart. Moustakas singles sharply into center field. Starts him off with a changeup. Curveball misses. Watch out. There's another change up.
Took him a whole year, and now he's at 5 hits in a row. Moustakas waits back and takes it right back up the middle.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do with the changeup. Take him off the mound. And here's Perez. He singled into left field as he takes that fastball strike. And very quickly to count 0-2. Another guy up in that mix too is Michael Young, Texas.
Going to wind up with over 200 hits again.
He's already got over 100 RBIs. He's third in the league in hitting at 333. And if he hadn't been there, those guys wouldn't be where they are. If they had decided to trade him, which I understand that Nolan says, no, we're not trading Michael Young.
Well, it's a good thing they didn't. When you look at these numbers, he's the quietest 200 hit guy around.
He always has been. He's been the most under the radar of any outstanding player in the American League. Probably in the top 5 7th, 8th, and 9th inning hitters in this league. So the count hangs at 1-2. You're just tuning in. Alex Rios, 11th homer, leading off the second inning. Hey, 21 years old. This young man's got pretty good plate coverage.
Especially when you consider how far he stands away from the plate. Looks like you can throw the ball away from him all day. Then just about the time you do, he puts a charge into it to the opposite field.
Count hangs at 1-2. Now field straight up, spread out. As usual. And the count 2-2. More pitches you see, the more dangerous you become. Texas was trailing Seattle 4-0. It is now 7-4 Rangers. And a full count.
Well, our Bank of America live pitch tracks will show you that Zach is trying everything and throwing it everywhere to try to get by Perez. Now, probably have an opportunity to strike him out, throw him out.
Payoff pitch. And there's another base hit. So a good at bat right there by the youngster, Salvador Perez.
He just keeps having good at bat after good at bat. I mean, he's been very impressive in this series. Takes a sinker down, strong enough to just get it through the left side. So each and every inning of the first 4, Stewart has had 2 men on. Let's see if he can continue to dodge a whole lot of base runners.
But this time with nobody out. And here's Getz. Corners in close. And he takes ball 1.
Thirteenth sacrifice bunts, and you would think he would be called on for number 14.
Sacrifice 1-4.
Well, you do have an advantage with Escobar, and that is he swings at just about everything. 24 walks and 520 at bats this year, so he takes pitches begrudgingly.
And there is strike one. He grounded out to Pauly. Hit the ball sharp. Nice block by Tyler. Checks it up in the count 2-1. Alex Gordon on deck. And there's a base hit. So he's going to give it a go for third. Here's the throw, and he is safe. So it's a 2-1 Kansas City lead.
This is a great triples ballpark. RBIs 42 and 43. So after walking a tightrope for 3 innings, Zach is unable to get out of this one as he leaves one up in the zone. And Escobar, who normally doesn't pull the ball, takes it down the line, and that allowed him to run his way into a triple.
Now the infield in. Count evens at 1. Gordon has walked and he has struck out. It's 3-1. Right off the end of the bat.
'86th RBI for Alex Gordon.
We have guys on second and third.
Doesn't matter. Can't get him in.
One out, can't get him in. And then on first and third, one out, can't get him in. Here's Cabrera. He's 1 for 2. A strikeout. A single and a stolen base. A 1-1 to count. All right. Rack them up. But a cookie number goes up on that board. We'll go to the 5th trailing by 2. And you can text Subway to 29653, and if you are the 500th texter, you could win five $5 footlong subs from Subway. As Juan Pierre will lead it off here in the top of the 5th. Corners in close. And there's first pitch strike. One is bounced back. Hit the ball hard. To Tieford, knocked it down, picked him up. And they say they got him at first. He also has a sacrifice bunt.
Second time the Tieford has dropped down against the lefties.
1-2. One down. And here's Alexa. He twice has popped up to Hosmer. In the third inning, that was with men on second and third and one out. And the count evens at 1. Bit of a gap out there in right center. There's Cabrera, Francoeur, and Gordon all playing shallow.
Infield playing him pretty much straight up.
So the count 2-2 to Ramirez with Paulie on deck. 3-8-1 for them, 1-3-0 for us. We both have stranded 5. And there's the base hit. So here comes Paulie. Paulie is 0 for 2. Paulie had a line drive that hit Moustakas' glove, came out. Then he picked it up, made a low throw to first base, and then Hosmer made an excellent pick. That was in the first inning. Then he went out to right in the third.
They play Paulie more as a pull hitter in the outfield than I think any team in the league. Most people respect the fact that he can drive the ball to right center field, but they've got Cabrera shading him a few steps into left center. And Gordon very much down the line and left.
And this should be back and forth. We're halfway home. We trail it 3-1. All right, our Chuck, thank you very much. As Billy Butler will lead it off here in their half of the 5th inning. They lead it 3-1. There's a curveball strike. And Shank out of play. Butler has singled and walked. That single was a muscle single right in the hole between third and short.
We haven't seen him hit the ball to right field too much. He'll take it right back up the middle a lot and, of course, use the gaps.
Ball hit sharply. And that is out number 1.
Outfield very deep all the way around for Hosmer.
Hosmer is grounded into a 6-3 double play, and he is lined out hard to Pierre and left. This guy right here is going to be the big numbers guy for this club.
There's no doubt.
And that's down the line. So he will pick up already his 26th double.
This is why he's going to be a big average hitter, doing things like that. We know he can pull the ball, but he also goes right down the line, picks up a 2-base hit. And young Zach Stewart has yet to have a perfect inning.
Rancour fouls that one away. Twice he has grounded out softly to back him at second. Tank. And that's out number 2. Moustakas is 2 for 2 with a run scored. He started off that 3-run 4th with another solid single right back through the middle. He has 2 of them. Moustakas 23, Butler's 25, Hosmer's 21, Perez is 21, Escobar's 24. And that ball hit high and deep to right center field.
I think it's a home run. Yeah, I think it's a home run.
So it is a 5-1 game.
I don't know what got him started against us, but Had 6 straight hits, including 2 home runs.
So now they're going to have a conference.
Well, we'll take a look at our Ford maybe home run replay. Ball looked like it went over the scoreboard.
So they're going to have a review.
He hit it off the top of the padding, and then
it's a home run.
Looks like a home run from that angle.
Well, you can tell because you lose sight of the ball when it goes over that green.
It cleared the top of the wall, and then hit the railing, and then bounced back. So once it went over that, hit the railing, then bounced back into play. It's pretty much out of here. We're going to call it the Ford home run replay anyway.
And while we have a moment, while they're reviewing, you can join White Sox fan favorite Joe Creedy and other current and former team members at Sox Fest 2012. That's January 27th, 28th, and 29th at the Palmer House Hilton. Sox Fest 2012 hotel packages and weekend passes on sale right now exclusively at WhiteSox.com. And that is always a great time. And it's going to be great to have Joe Creedy there once again. First time since he was a player in the White Sox uniform. So 5-10-1 for the Royals, 1-4-0 for us. Royals trying to pick up their 9th victory in 14 games against us this year and extend their winning streak. To 7. And extend our losing streak to 7. And there's a little soft single off the end of the bat by Perez. So he's 3 for 3.
Moustakas and Perez 6 for 6. Hitting in the 6th and 7th spot.
And here's Getz. He's 0 for 1 with a sacrifice bunt. One and one to count. Two out.
Will Oman loosening up.
And the count 2-2.
Starters in this series, Mark Burley, Philip Umber, now Zach Stewart, have not fared very well against this high-powered Royal, very young offense.
They can hit. Hitting .271 as a team coming in. And a full count. And that's foul back. Well, Sox pitchers in this 6-game losing streak. An ERA of 7.26.
You better really be able to hit when you're starters have that kind of ERA.
That'll do it, but the 2-run homer by Mike Moustakas, and we'll go to the 6th, trailing by 4.
Play, and it is the lone run of the night, coming courtesy of Alex Rios as he hits his 11th home run. That coming leading off the 2nd inning.
And here he is, leading off his 3rd inning of the evening. He led off the 2nd, the 4th, and now the 6th. 5 runs, 11 hits, 1 error for the Royals. 1 run, 4 hits, no errors for our Sox. And first pitch strike from Everett Teaford, 27-year-old southpaw out of Georgia. 6 feet tall, 165 pounds.
Nate Adcock throwing in the Royals bullpen.
Cues it right off the end of the bat. A lot of spin. Nice play by Escobar.
That ball kept spinning away from him. Thought for a second there it might spin up the middle, but Escobar does a terrific job of not only getting to it, but doing a 360 and throwing it right on the money.
So here's Viciedo. Tanks. There's 1 for 2, a double. He just ripped a double off the glove of Moustakas. Takes first pitch fastball strike. Two down. And here's Adam Dunn.
Base hit last time.
Off a left-hander.
Yes, indeed.
He popped up to short and then singled softly into left field. Gets. That didn't take long. And we'll go to the bottom of the 6th. Saints matchup on Bears postgame live presented by the Illinois Back Institute. Postgame press conferences, player interviews, and a full breakdown of the action only on Bears postgame live tomorrow immediately after the game on Comcast Sportsnet. And that is the fan's best friend. Go Bears.
Will Oman comes into the game. Oman at 1-3, ERA 4.40, on for the 54th time. Zach Stewart went 5 innings, gave up 5 runs on 10 hits, a couple of walks, a couple of strikeouts. He leaves the pitcher of record down by 4. Gave up 11 hits.
So here's Escobar. Had a 2-run triple in the 4th inning. Right down in the left field corner. And shoots that one right side. Souvenir. Top of the 6th in Baltimore. 5-1 Orioles as they lead the Angels. Arizona leading San Diego 1-0, top of the 2nd out at Petco. That's thrown away. 7-6 Texas leading Seattle, top of the 6th at Safeco. Milwaukee 2, Cincinnati 1, top of the 6th at the Great American Ballpark. Philadelphia and Roy Oswalt shutting out St. Louis 2-0, top of the 6th at Citizens Bank. And there's one right down the line. So that's his 20th double to go along with those 8 triples he has.
He came over as one of the players in the Zach Greinke deal. Talented young shortstop. Got a great arm.
And he's got a chance to be a decent hitter.
Yeah, I mean, he's still young enough where he can
That's
improve.
right.
He's got a big
years
upside.
old. So here's Alex Gordon. A walk, a strikeout, and an RBI single. Yankees beat the Blue Jays 7-6 up at the Rogers Center. And Tim Hudson, the winner, as Atlanta shuts out the Mets 1-0. Tampa Bay beats Boston 4-3 at Fenway. Neiman over Lester. One and one to count to Alex Gordon. One and two. Finale tomorrow afternoon. Johnny Danks against Cy Chin. And that game will be over WGN. And an off day in Cleveland on Monday. Then Tuesday, you have in Florida against Fausto Carmona in the 1 o'clock game. And then Dylan Axelrod is there as a base hit.
Second hit of the night for Gordon. Inside out swing. Runs at the corners, nobody out, and the offense continues to click.
The runners at the corners, nobody out, and here is Cabrera, who's 1 for 3. But on Tuesday, it'll be Dylan Axelrod against undecided for Cleveland. That in the 7 o'clock game. Then on Wednesday, Burley against Ubaldo Jimenez. And there's a base hit. It is 6-1.
RBI number 83. As the outfield continues to just pound home the runs.
So here's Butler. He's 1 for 2. A single, a walk, and a ground out to short. That's high into right center field. Gordon not going anywhere. So 1 out. And here's Hosmer. Hit into a 6-3 double play, then lined hard to left field, and then double to left field. He will turn it loose.
Well, he got a first ball fastball. He missed it, but he didn't leave anything to the imagination.
And the count 0-2. And a reminder, Hooters is the official road game restaurant of the Sox. Coming in the Chicagoland Hooters location when the Sox are on the road to catch the games on their flat screen TVs, HD TVs, and enjoy great Miller beer features. Chopper. Gotta hurry. Nope. Too slow.
Not going to be able to get Hosmer on the ball hit this slowly.
So here's Francoeur. Twice he's gone out to Beckham and once to Viciedo. Pretty good lead as Hosmer takes off. And that has popped up. Paulie may have a shot at it.
This ball just kept drifting away. Paulie had to continue to go out toward the outfield. And at the end of this, just a little too far for him.
Hosmer would have had that base easily. He stole one last night. He has 11. One to count to Jeff Francoeur. Change up. One in, two on, two out. There he goes. And a line drive right to Paulie. So that'll retire the side, and we'll go to the seventh. It is now a 6-1 Royal lead. Game for Galaxy White Sox Postgame Live. Tune in for all the highlights and Chuck and Bill's analysis. Don't miss Galaxy White Sox Postgame Live immediately following the game on Comcast Sportsnet. Fans' best friend.
Got a new pitcher, Nate Adcock, coming into the game at 1-1. The ERA 4.55 on for the 24th time. He's actually started 3 games. Doesn't strike out too many. Doesn't walk too many. And there's a look at the big right-hander.
So here's Tyler. Flowers 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts. It'll be the lower third of our order. Flowers, Morel, and Beckham. Nice easy windup and then poof. There's a Matabatacola. And that should be a base hit.
Base hit in the air, I believe. As Perez tried to get over there. Couldn't stop it from going in the dugout. And it is base hit E4.
So here's Brent. He has reached on an error and he has walked. Vancouver. I love it. You just won't see outfielders play this shallow. That's the extreme. All it does is tell you just how confident he is. And the count's 3-0. Pitchers outside the double play. Pitcher's best friend. Outfielder can play short. And there's ball 4, so something brewing here. And that'll bring up Gordon. Gordon has walked, and then with the bases loaded and 2 out in the 4th inning, he went out deep, taking Cabrera back on the track.
Kiefer did a nice job. Went 6 innings, gave up a run on 4 hits. He walked 2, he fanned 4. Another relatively soft tossing left-hander that we just didn't do a lot with, and we had our opportunities. Josh Kinney loosening up in the pen.
Getz going to take the out at first. So 1 down. And that'll bring up Juan Pierre. And a reminder, you can provide your guests with the ultimate experience in the LG Skyline Club, or the United Scout Seats, or the Gold Coast Tickets Club, or Diamond Suites. Now, these areas offer exclusive amenities and benefits and are the perfect place to entertain guests. So for information, call 312-674-1000 or visit whitesox.com/premium seating. Ball gets away. So here comes Tyler Heel scoring us a 6-2 ball game.
4th wild pitch by Adcock. Number 1, you don't want to backhand that ball. Perez will learn that. Number 2, tough pitch to handle when it bounces in front of the plate. With the backhand in the middle of your body is not going to get you too much.
Count evens at 1-1. One is 0 for 2 with a sacrifice bunt. And that's low. Bottom of the 7th in Baltimore. Orioles still lead the Angels 5-1. Top of the 7th in Seattle, 7-6 Texas. And Field is back. Well, Brent scores and it's 6-3.
That'll be on number 47 for Juan Pierre.
And here's Alexei. He's 1 for 3. Top of the 7th in Philadelphia. Cardinals trail at 3-0. Milwaukee now leading Cincinnati 3-1. Top of the 7th in Cincinnati. Six 14-2 for the Royals. 3-5-0 for our Sox. And the count's 3-0. Turns and burns, and a full count. And that's in the hole. So this quick Kansas City infield. It is fast.
With this kind of offense, you can't blame him for making it as fast as you possibly can. As that one shoots by Moustakas.
No, they don't strike out very often. They make contact. On the other side of that page, they don't have the pitching strike out many of the opposition. They just got to outscore teams. As here is Paulie. Paulie's due. He's 0 for 3. He's 2 for 13 in the series. Takes low ball 1. Just a little floater right there, a little slow curve ball.
Kansas City bullpen up and going, and it's Coleman. We saw him earlier in the series. Through 2 innings in the first game of the series. Didn't give up anything.
And the count 1-2. And that's not going to be playable. Oh, they got a semi-hanger right there and jammed himself. Once again, a 1-2. And that'll do it. 7th inning stretch. We put a pair on the board, but we trail it 6-3. Moustakas will lead off for the Royals here in near half of the 7th inning. They lead it 6-3. Moustakas is 3 for 3. A couple of singles and then a 2-run homer. Coming back in the 5th inning. And if you miss that home run, poof.
This one was reviewed. Turned out it did indeed leave the ballpark. His 2nd home run in as many nights. His 4th of the year.
And on this homestand, he is 10 for 15 with 3 homers and 7 RBIs.
6 through 9 have done a whole lot of damage tonight.
Good rip at that one. And the count 2-1. Three balls and a strike. And there's the dreaded leadoff walk.
And a perfect night continues for Moustakas. And here comes Ozzie.
So Ozzie out.
Josh Kinney in.
Oman out. And we'll be back.
That's been it. The others have been pretty good. So he inherits Mike Moustakas at first base here in the bottom of the 7th inning, already trailing by 3.
Yeah, that one outing when he gave up 6 runs in 1 inning, it was almost surreal.
Looked like the same hit over and over again.
Exactly.
It went through the right side, left side.
Right side, left side, center. Right side, left side, center. Right side. Unbelievable. So we have a deficit of 3. 6-14-2 for them. 3-6-0 for us. They have stranded 8. We have stranded 6. And they have Moustakas, the leadoff man aboard here in the bottom of the 7th, as we mentioned. Our final homestand. Coming up, we'll have 3 with these guys. I'll tell you, these guys are fun to watch. They are young. They make contact. They can hit. And then we'll finish it off. That'll be the 23rd, 4th, and 5th And of course, that 23rd is the final United Flyaway Friday, where one fan will have the opportunity to win 3 trips to anywhere in the continental United States that United Airlines flies. Breaking ball strike, and then we'll finish it off with 3 against the Blue Jays. And of course, the 28th is Fan Appreciation Day. And then it's over. And we'll just sit back and see what develops over the winter. Yes, he did. And the count 0-2. Get ready for Sox Fest. On the 27th, 8th, and 9th of January at Palmer House Hilton. And have a good time there, and hopefully have a good spring and a good season. One and 2 the count to Salvador Perez. Chopper. And that is out number 1. And a reminder, you can stop by the Comcast Fundamentals deck at U.S. Cellular Field for the ultimate game day experience. You can visit the Comcast dugout to see official White Sox equipment, take photos next to life-size player cutouts, and listen to updates about the White Sox pitching staff on the Xfinity Voice Dugout phone. All brought to you by the great folks at Comcast. So here's Getz. Chris is 0 for 2 with a sacrifice bunt. And that ball hit in the gap, and nobody's going to get it. Yeah, he's going to give it a go. Here's the throw. Safe. And it is 7-3.
Jeff Francoeur now the only guy in the starting lineup without a base hit. RBI number 26. Second triple of the night. Because it's a 4-run deficit. A fastball up and away.
They have a homer, 2 doubles, and 2 triples. Among their 15 hits. $31,200 plus. 31,264. Nice crowd.
That run charged to Will Oman. He went 1+ innings. 2 runs on 3 hits with a walk.
Infield in. Escobar has a triple, a 2-run triple, and a double, and he has scored a pair. Royals with 16 hits on Thursday, 11 last night, and 15 so far this evening. One out. And the 1-2 pitch. Fouls that one over into our dugout. And Kenny ready once again with a 1-2 pitch. He gone. Two down.
Got him with a good curveball. Outfield straight away. Chris Getz leads away at third. As Gordon steps up and takes a curveball for a strike. So Alex Gordon, 2 for 3. A couple of base hits. Run batted in in the fourth. He walked leading off the ball game.
Got 86 RBIs now. And the 0-1.
This is really a terrific balanced team as far as left and right hand hitters. Gordon left-hander, Cabrera switch hitter, equally effective from either side. Then Butler the right-hander, Hosmer the left-hander, Francoeur the right-hander, Moustakas left-hander, and Perez. So you can't line up your bullpen any one way against his lineup.
Ball hit right to Gordon. And that'll retire the side. They pick up one. We'll go to the 8th, trailing by 4. For the 4th time in this game, Alex Rios is going to lead off an inning. He led off the 2nd, the 4th, the 6th, and now the 8th.
It's unusual that Paulie has ended 4 innings. You don't see that very often.
And one of these innings, back in the 2nd, he led off with a home run, his 11th of the year. Bottom of the 8th in Baltimore, Orioles leading the Angels 6-1. As that's off the end of the bat. Can of corn for Melky. 1 down. Alex now 1 for 4. And that'll bring up Biciedo. Tank is 1 for 3, a double, a vicious double. Top of the 8th in Seattle, still 7-6 Texas. Milwaukee is linked in the out over Cincinnati 6-1. Top of the 8th at the Great American Ballpark. There's first pitch strike. Top of the 8th in Philadelphia. Phillies shutting out the Cardinals 3-0. Got a hanger and popped it up. 2 down. So here's Adam Dunn. He's popped to short, single to left. That was off the left-hander Tiefer. And then he grounded to second. So they put the shift on. And the count 1-2 as they pull the string on it. Oakland beat Detroit 5-3. Cleveland over Minnesota 10-4. And that's outside. Tampa Bay over Boston 4-3 at Fenway. Atlanta at home against the Mets. Braves shut them out 1-0. Tim Hudson 15-10. Yankees beat the Blue Jays 7-6 up in Canada. Cubs over the Astros 2-1 at Wrigley. And the count goes full to Dunn. D-backs and Padres are tied at 1. Top of the 4th out at Petco. Ball hit hard. Gets. Nice play. And gets it. So Chip burns him on that one. And we'll go to the bottom of the 8th.
And it's one more with these Royals here in Kansas City. Then a day off on Monday. 4 with Cleveland, including a split doubleheader on Tuesday. Then it's back home to watch this same Royal offense, which has made us nauseous in the first 3 games of this series. They can hit.
Cabrera, Butler, and Hosmer. Cabrera 2 for 4 with an RBI. Cabrera came into this game hitting .379 against us this year. 3 homers and 9 RBIs. He now has 10 RBIs. Came in hitting .337 lifetime against us with 9 homers and now 29 RBIs. And that's
plenty of doubles this year. Frank Gore with 45, Gordon 45, Cabrera 41, and Billy Butler knocking at the door of 40. The 4th team in Major League history with 4 players with 40 or more doubles. That's pretty impressive.
Count hangs at 1-2 to Cabrera. Up and in. Outfield straight up, spread out. And there's another chopper foul. Johnny Danks against Bruce Chin, Cy Chin, tomorrow. And that game will be over WGN. Baltimore Angel game now in the 9th inning. Still 6-1 Orioles. And another foul ball.
Melky's pretty tough from both sides of the plate. Hitting 300 or better each way.
Backs up. Wrong peg. Not in time. Made the wrong choice there.
Well, if you don't come get it with Cabrera from the left side, you're just not going to get him. He's too fast. He has one chance. He's got to come in, try to smother it. But when you give ground, maybe you can do it for him as a right-hand hitter, just not as a left-hand hitter.
So here's Butler. He's 1 for 3. Seven, 16, and 2 for them. 3, 6, and 0 for us. Breaking ball misses. We led it 1-0 after 3. Then they put a 3 spot on the board in the 4th, added 2 in the 5th, 1 in the 6th, 1 in the 7th. One and 1 to count to Billy Butler. And the count 1-2. San Francisco leading Colorado 1-0. That game in the top of the 5th in Denver. Milwaukee now leading 9-1 over the Reds. Top of the 8th. And there's a base hit. Made a mistake with a breaking ball. Got the curve up high, and that didn't work too well.
This team, as a team, is just swinging the bat too well to make any mistakes. There's the hanger. He takes it right back up the middle.
So here's Hosmer. He's 1 for 4, a double and a run scored. Here's a curveball, backdoor strike. And a chopper foul. Seventeen hits. Should be. Nope. Josh has got to get over there.
If he gets over there more quickly, he's got a good shot at a 3-6-1. That ball was hit so hard. Probably there to make the catch.
Can't be a spectator. Watch him.
Yeah, you see how long he took to break off the mound. It's not going to be able to locate the bag to get the return throw in time when you break that late.
So here's Francoeur. He's 0 for 4. 2 soft ground outs to second. Soft fly ball to right. And then he lined out hard to Konerko. And it is a final from Baltimore, 6-2 Orioles. Britton over Santana.
Zach Britton's going to be a pretty good pitcher.
He's 10-10 with that ball club.
Yes, sir. Pretty good.
So the Rangers have a chance to gain some ground. Make it 4.5 over the Angels. And with that 4-3 Tampa Bay victory over Boston, they now stand 3 games behind the Red Sox in the race for the wild card. That's trouble. It is 10-3. Francoeur is 19th homer. He now has 83 driven in.
Now, everyone in the starting lineup has at least one hit. Forward home run replay. That ball up on the inner portion of the plate. And a line drive down the line to the shortest part of the ballpark. 330.
So here's Moustakas. He's 3 for 3. 3 runs scored. And 2 knocked in with that 2-run homer. There's the strike. Cardinals came up with a couple of runs. They now trail 3-2. Bottom of the 8th in Philadelphia. If the Cardinals lose, they'll be 4.5 back of the Braves for the wild card. And there's the strike. Two and two the count. 10 runs, 18 hits, 2 errors for them. 3 runs, 6 hits, no errors for us. Lays off that one. So a full count. He gone. 2 down.
Drops that breaking ball low and in. For the first time tonight, Moustakas is retired.
Salvador Perez 3 for 4. Got his average up to 325. 21-year-old catcher. And there's the strike, so the count 2-1. And Pauly makes a falling catch. It's a 3-run homer by Jeff Brancour. We're into the 9th, trailing by 7. Sports News Nightly on GMC Sportsnet Central. Coming up tonight after postgame live, we'll recap all the local college football games from today, plus sights and sounds from Blackhawks camp. Go Blackhawks. So join Chris Bowden and Sarah Kustok for GMC Sportsnet Central tonight after postgame live, only on Comcast Sportsnet fan's best friend. Top of the 9th inning. 10-3 Royals. Flowers, Morel, and Beckham. Tyler had that infield single and scored a run back in the 7th inning. And the 2-1 pitch. Phillies have added a run in the bottom of the 8th. They lead St. Louis 4-2. And that ball hit into right field. 1 out. And a reminder, you can visit the official online shop of the White Sox at whitesox.com. Browse the largest selection of authentic team gear, including official caps, t-shirts, jerseys, collectibles, and more. So get your gear right from the source. Shop whitesox.com. Eduardo Escobar will hit for Morel, who was 0 for 1 with a couple of walks. Switch hitter. 2 for 4. Takes first pitch strike.
Adcock picks up a save if he finishes this inning. He will have pitched 3 in relief of Tiford, who will go 2-0.
Little chopper. And that's out number 2. So here's Beckham. 31,264.
Nice crowd tonight.
Last night. Gordon 0 for 2 with a walk. And that's jump foul, so we're down to our last bullet. 2 out, 1-2 the count, trailing 10-3 here in the top of the 9th. Trying to extend their win streak to 7 and extending our losing streak to 7. And when this ball comes down, this game will be over. So the Royals take the first 3 of this 4-game set. Zach Stewart started tonight and had a tough time with it.
Well, Tiford's going to join a long line of psalm-tossing left-handers who we've taken a look at for the first time as a starter, and he's going to come away with a win.
And let's check out our GMC player of the game. There he is. Moustakas is 3 for 4 tonight, a 2-run homer, 3 runs scored. our GMC player of the game. So for my partner Steve Stone, our director Jim Angio, our producer Mike Leary, our associate producer Dave Ross, our technical manager Mark Harper, also for the executive producer Jim Corno Jr., and for the mayor Mean Joe Grube, and up here in the booth, Sherry and Janice. This is the Hawk. So long, everybody.